Hey y'all, it's Megan. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come along with us this evening. We got about 100 strawberry plants to plant, and we're going to show you why.
So last spring we ended up planting strawberries around this flower bed here. We stuck a few over here and then over here. So our goal is pretty much to have like a ground cover of strawberries. Well, if you can look right in here, this is exactly what we're after. These strawberries right here done fantastic this year, and I expect that we're going to have a good amount of strawberries this coming up spring off of these. So we've got this bed over here planted with strawberries too. They did fair. They didn't quite cover like those have, but I would imagine next spring when they start putting out runners again and everything, they'll probably end up really taking over this area right here too. So what our goal is now with the 100 strawberries we have, and it is late to be planting strawberries here in our area of North Carolina. They should have been planted probably a month ago. So I got my fingers crossed that they make it, they live, everything goes good with them. But locally here, there's nowhere to buy strawberries. And I know I could go and pull runners off of these strawberries, but I don't want to do that because then that would start defeating what I'm going after. Like, I want all that coverage. And if I start pulling runners off of those, I'm going to be thinning everything out. And I'm just not quite ready to do that yet. Maybe next year at this time we'll be doing that. But so I knew that Hoss Tools had strawberries for sale, but I didn't realize they shipped them to North Carolina. Thought it was more of like a southern thing that they ship to. Well, come to find out, they do ship to North Carolina, and I didn't realize that till late. And I told Megan, I was like, they still got strawberries. Let's order some. So we did, and they're here now. And I realized that I did take a chance on this because, like I said, it may possibly be too late for these strawberries to be planted. If we get an early freeze way too soon, and these things haven't established roots and nothing like that yet, there is a possibility these things could freeze out and we lose some of them. I highly doubt we lose them all, but there is a possibility of losing some. And so that's just a chance we're going to take. But down here at our blackberries, we've already got about the top half of that covered in strawberries. We're wanting to work on the bottom half now and start planting some in around that area and just letting them do their thing as well. And then I'm hoping by next year, we've got enough off of what we've got here and down there that we can thin some off and finish out that bottom area down there.
So here's our plants. This is what they look like when they come from Hoss. Now we set them out in the sun for a couple of days, and
yep, and we about let them dry up.
Yeah, that was our bad.
Yep.
But they looked really good when we got them in the mail. Who knew you could ship plants? I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, they came packaged really cool. How they had them in there. There was no chance of them getting smashed. But show them up in there. That's what we're after.
So, yep, you can see blackberries through here. We got a little comfrey, but see how these strawberries have spread? This is what we're looking for. We're looking for ground cover. So see through here? We're trying to block out weeds and stuff like that. And why not block out weeds with delicious strawberries? That's the way I look at it.
Yep, I want them to be so thick that you can't walk through here without stepping on one. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but that's how thick they need to be to keep the weeds down. So, our blueberry bushes and stuff are over there. And I think that's going to be the area we're going to focus on with these strawberries. I would love to be able to come down here one day and just see that whole area right there just covered in green strawberries. And next spring, we're probably going to be adding some more plants and stuff to this too. But for now, it's strawberry planting time. So this is probably not something I have to do when we plant these, but just to do it to give them a little extra kickstart, I'm going to put a couple handfuls of, well, probably just one handful of compost in each hole with each strawberry, just to give them a little extra fertility there to get them kicked off and going. Oh me. Look how wet this still is.
That's good.
Yep. Look at there how easy they pop out. That's a nice looking little plug of a strawberry. It's a rock. That's it. We gotta do that 100 more times. Well, I'm sweating in November. It's pretty nice out here today. We got all 100 of them planted. We've got some. We had almost just the right amount to make rings around each blueberry plant, but we ended up having some more compost left in our bucket, so we're planning on doing this anyways. We went ahead and took what we had left and put it around the blueberries. I think we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still got 6 blueberry bushes to do, but we're also going to do our apple trees as well as soon as we get time. So in case you didn't know, fall going into winter is the best time to mulch and compost any of your fruit trees, your shrubs, stuff like that, because even though there's not a lot of top growth growing on, there's a ton of activity going down underneath. Right now stuff's forming roots and all that stuff, and so it's the perfect time to be mulching and fertilizing. Well, our fertilizer is the compost here, your berry bushes and your fruit trees. So that's next on our list as soon as we get time to do it. We have no clue when that's going to be. Right now we're just working everything in little by little as we can go. But we've got it done here. Hopefully in maybe next year's video around this time, you can see a green mat of strawberries, at least around the blueberry bushes anyways. But that's our goal. So what we've done pretty much is took an unproductive place on our farm here and turned it into what will soon be one of the most productive places on our farm. And if you don't know what we're talking about, maybe she can find a video or a clip or something and insert that in of what this used to look like when we first turned the pigs onto this area, and then we ended up pulling them off, and we've done work since.
Yep, you can see our pigs are there.
Yeah, we actually took some electric netting and run it around this whole square here, or this whole triangle, and they done a number on it.
Oh, it was a rocky hillside, and they dug the rocks out and everything for us.
And then we come back in, I think twice now, we've mulched it pretty thick, but this year I don't think we're going to be able to get the mulch like we've been getting, so that's why we're focusing more towards having some type of ground cover growing, because as long as we have a plant growing and covering the ground, we don't have to worry about the mulch as much, because that plant will help keep the weeds down instead of the mulch keeping the weeds down. So anyways, plus we can actually eat that plant. Yep. We can't eat this mulch. So anyways, y'all, I guess that's going to do it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I guess we'll catch you on the next one. Talk to y'all later.
See you on the next one, guys. Y'all have a good one.